am explaining the second part of second unit, The Sound of Music, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. Yes, it is very clear that it is about Shehnai and very important personality Bismillah Khan. Yes, it starts at a very interesting note. Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of Shehnai only because of its shrill, unpleasant sound. It was perfected by a barber then who belonged to a family of professional musicians. So its sound was really liked by the emperor. Since it was born in Shah's chamber and perfected means refined by Nai, so it was named Shehnai. So it is important story. In the beginning, it was just played in the temples before the images of gods and goddesses. It was played on every auspicious domestic occasion too. Slowly, it became very popular. Then Ustad Bismillah Khan, we should know, he belonged to the Banaras Gharana. He was born in 1916, 21st March 1916, at Dumrao in Bihar. As a 5-year-old boy, he played gilli danda near a pond. He used to visit Bihari Ji temple and sing Bhojpuri chaita there. He would earn a big laddu. It was a nice thrill in his life because he used to get it from a local Maharaja as a prize. So he used to be very happy. It happened 80 years ago. And now check his journey. At the age of 6, he moved to Banaras. He learned playing Shehnai there from his uncle Ali Baks. As he was devoted to music, he used to spend most of his time practicing on the bank of river Ganga. The themes of his music are deeply affected by the flowing water of the Ganga. He got the Best Performer award of the All India Music Conference in Allahabad in 1930. In 1937, he bagged 3 medals at a music conference in Kolkata. He was invited by Pandit Nehru to play the Shehnai from the ramparts of Delhi's Air Fort in 1947. He was really appreciated there. He won many international awards. So we can well understand how important he was for this musical instrument. He gave a new life, new survival to this. Every time his heart goes to India, he was never interested in shifting anywhere, though he was invited every time to live in other countries. But his heart every time yearns, that is, desires for India. Now we should do the questions. Important questions are the third part. Why did Aurangzeb ban the playing of pungi? Aurangzeb banned the playing of pungi because it had a very shrill, unpleasant voice. It was never liked by any person. Now, second question. How is a shehnai different from a pungi? A shehnai is a pipe with a natural hollow that is longer and broader than a pungi. It has 7 holes on the body of the pipe. Now, third question. Where was the Shehnai played traditionally? The Shehnai was played traditionally in the temples at the royal courts and on the occasion of weddings. Now, second question with this. How did Bismillah Khan change this? Bismillah Khan changed this because he took this instrument onto the classical stage. He gave this nowadays special status to Shehnai Vadan. Now, fourth, when and how did Bismillah Khan get his big break? Bismillah Khan got his big break with the opening of the All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938. Now, fifth question. Where did Bismillah Khan play the Shehnai on 15th August 1947 and why was the event historic? Bismillah Khan played the Shehnai on 15th August 1947 at Red Fort. He was the first Indian to greet the nation with his musical instrument. This event became special thrilling for history because we got independence on that day. He poured his heart out in the presence of a large number of people, including Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. It was unforgettable experience at that time. Now, sixth question. Why did Bismillah Khan refuse to start a Shehnai school in the USA? It is very clear that he was passionate about Shehnai only to be played in India for India. That's why he refused to start a Shehnai school in the USA because he never wanted to leave India. He loved India passionately and he did not want to settle anywhere except India. So, whenever he was in a foreign country, he kept yearning, means desiring to see Hindustan. Now, seventh question. Find at least two instances in the text which tell you that Bismillah Khan loves India and Banaras. Bismillah Khan loves India and Banaras from the bottom of his heart. It is very clear from the chapter. Many instances are given. Clear instances are when he says that he misses the Holy Ganga and India when he goes abroad. While in Mumbai, he thinks of only Banaras and the holy river. And whenever he is in Banaras, he remembers the unique matha of Dumra.